Hello everybody and welcome to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I finally picked this game up yesterday. Got a coupon off of Green Man Gaming when they sent out their promotions and such. I had been told that they were giving those out, and it was that when you received them they were good until the 31st of this month. I went ahead and signed up. It took several days, but they did end up sending it to me after I had accepted the receiving extra promotions and all those other emails. So saved 27%, got the game for about 22 bucks US dollars. So hey, that was worth it for me. I couldn't quite bring myself to do the 30. I'm cheap that way, I guess, sometimes, but that's okay. I've got the game now. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And let's go ahead and take a quick look around here. This is the first time I played it last night, trying to get a feel for it, see if I can actually be somewhat competitive. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at the settings. I'm running the i7 3770 and the GTX 1070 graphics cards, so my graphics settings are, this was what the computer or the game automatically detected and has me set up. So we're setting on ultra on everything. The only thing I didn't have on is the motion blur. If I run with the VSync off, it goes from 60 up to, well, of course this is in a menu, but it stays above 60 for most of the time. But we'll go ahead and leave VSync on. Scaling is the same. Turn the brightness just a little bit to be able to see in the dark corners and such. I don't think that's really unfair as much as, you know, some people have better vision in the dark. We're just going to say that it's, I mean, as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's part of their settings. Alright, and other than that, everything's pretty much the same. So we're going to go ahead and get out of that menu. Here's my character. I know some people like to play the idea of no clothes at all. I'm going to go ahead and start out with some clothing. I prefer it that way. And this is how we're looking so far. I've had enough of the, I'll have to look it up as what they stand for, but the BP, I've had enough to get one of the random weekly crates, which gave me, unfortunately, out of all the things that it could have provided, it gave me the black tank top, but at least it's something. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the setting, or not settings, but statistics, specifically my statistics. In 8 solo rounds, I've got 4 kills. So I'm not exactly owning the game, but I'm having a good time with it, and that's what matters. I've been running all over the place. On average, every game, I'm running about 2 kilometers per game. It's just I always start way outside of the circle, and I'm spending most of my time running through red zones and blue zones trying to get into the normal playing area. Wow, longest kill was 111 meters. In fact, that one happened in the last round, which was pretty cool. He was one of those where I came up over a hill and saw him running. Got him with an M4. M16, actually. Pretty similar weapons. I did do one duo with a co-worker of mine, which went pretty well as well. We got 1 kill out of 1 round. I would have had a second one had my aim been a little better. They jumped out of a car right in front of me as I was hiding behind another dead vehicle. I got the 1 kill and made a nice little frame around the second one on the building that was behind him because I couldn't quite get him lined up, and then I ran out of ammo for that magazine. Couldn't get reloaded in time, and I was dead. My teammate was able to take him out. I think we ended up getting 12th or 14th as a team. Not exactly the best game, but again, a lot of fun to be able to play with another player, specifically someone that I actually know. Really enjoyed that. If you guys are playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, let me know. I know that GM Anton Z plays this game, and he does some live streams with it. There's a lot of people who play this game, and it's definitely a lot more fun when you have a teammate out there that you can work together and get through the map. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in. We're just going to do the North American server solo, and let's get started. The ever infamous loading screen here. I'm on fire. Good way to start. Alright, let's take a look at the map. We're coming in at it from the left side over here. I've spent a lot of time in this area in the last 9 matches. Looks like we're going to end up there anyways. Thinking maybe we'll aim for like over here somewhere. As you can see, there's a lot of people jumping out already. So no matter what you do, you're going to end up next to someone. Now, there's people falling all over the place out here. Now, I tend to aim for the outskirts of town, try to survive more than a few minutes into the game. We got more around us. Let's kind of drop in right here. Fortunately, the realism isn't 100% when it comes to your landings, so it will kind of take over control just as you get close. And there you go. If you guys haven't seen this game before, this is a free-for-all. Collect anything you can find. And the more you collect, the better chance you're going to have of surviving. So we have a 45 caliber pistol, ammo for a 9mm. Extended magazine for an SMG we don't have yet. And you do have a limited amount of stuff you can carry, so a backpack is useful. Carry more items. A motorcycle helmet provides some protection. The crazy thing with this game is no matter where you land, you always have a chance that someone could be right around the corner. So you want to be as tactical as you can be. And it does have third person as well as first person. Go ahead and take a melee weapon there in case we run out of ammo. Okay, don't want to go out there. Got some working boots. More ammo for the pistol. So, you know, I'm going to switch to the 1911. Everything I'm finding are handguns and handgun ammo. At least it's not handguns with AR ammo. I guess there's that. Go ahead and back up here. Got a red dot sight for the pistol. We'll go ahead and add that. Oh good, we are inside the circle. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen this play area up here so far. Usually it's down in the lower half. Plane that just went by does airdrops, so if you're familiar with any of the survival games where supplies get dropped in and everyone rushes for it, that's what this is. So if you were to run for that airdrop, you're going to be fighting everybody who's doing the exact same thing. One of these times I should try it out, but I'm just not that aggressive, so I like to survive. The game starts out with about 100 people on the map, so on the top right you can see how many people are left. That's weird. What's going on here? I guess I'm supposed to assume what this stuff is. So that red zone that's right there, you know, if we are close enough, it's like a fire zone. So they're dropping rockets, bombs, something. They're explosives through that area. So you really don't want to be caught in a red zone. It can be really unpleasant. So we'll go ahead and grab this shotgun. A little more, whoops, a little more power to the weapon. Anytime you pick up a different weapon in the same slot, it will unload the weapons, so make sure to keep yourself stocked up. Of course, as you might guess, a shotgun at any distance is not going to do you any good, so if that's all you have, it's probably good to go ahead and stick with stick indoors as much as possible. We've got a car. Downside with a car is it makes you a big target. But if you're outside of the zone, that can be a lifesaver because it takes forever to run across this map. It's a lot of open land to have to cover. Actually, we probably don't want to run that direction. Because if we go this way, we're going to run out of the zone. It most likely won't end up here. It'll keep moving in somewhere inside the circle in the upper, like northwest or northeast direction. We do have shots fired nearby. That is one advantage to using melee. If you have the opportunity, you can sneak up on them and they don't know you're coming, is that you don't give away your position. No one goes on a heightened alert if they don't hear you firing a shot at them or anyone nearby. That's a lot of ground to cover. But I also don't want to be stuck here once it moves. Oh, I think it just did. Nope, not yet. But I don't want to be stuck out on the outside of it trying to cross that large open area. Let's see. I'm going to turn this up a little bit here. Let's go ahead and drive. Hopefully no one sees us. I'm sure they'll know we're here, but hopefully they won't try taking shots at us. Wall. Another vehicle right there. Unless that one's burned out. Yeah, looks like it is destroyed. Ooh, military vest, level 3. That should help out quite a bit. Well, we're definitely looking more prepared than we were. Now if we just had a weapon that was more appropriate for a battle. Med kit, that's always good. Oh, some glasses. Attach that red dot sight to the pistol. Oh, looks like we already had one. Level 2 backpack, so a little more storage to it. We've got a vehicle nearby. Motorcycle. And he's stopping. This motorcycle doesn't know what he's doing. Some would probably say I'm overly cautious, but I've got a pretty good amount of time that I'm staying alive in these games too. So we're still inside the white circle. Not by as much as I would have liked. Heard a motorcycle, but that was actually in real life. A little bit different. We've got something driving by. I'll close this door and hopefully you didn't hear that. Come on, where are you at? It's rough when you've got the circle leading you one direction and then the red dot or red zone happens right in the middle of it. I'm not hearing him. But I know I heard him drive up. And then nothing ever since. Here we go. Heart's pounding just a little bit. He's inside. In a motorcycle. I don't think this guy has any idea that we're here. Man, this is nerve-wracking. He's back outside. And then inside. Here we go. Got him. Oh, he made me jump. Oh, the gun was sticking through the door, I bet, so he probably saw it as soon as he opened it. Whew. Let's see what he had on him. First aid kits, energy drink. Let's take a look at the guns, though. What does he have? M6, M4. That's a nice. We got company. No, don't switch pants. Whew. Heart's pounding. No ammo for that yet. Mm-hmm. 556. Got more company. We are way outside the circle now. We got 23 left alive. I don't think anyone's sticking around here. I think everyone's going to start moving towards that center point. to go back to the shotgun, because... Whew. That was good. That was really good. And here comes the blue zone. We gotta get in this car and go. I may have wasted too much time. Not exactly a fast car. Blue zone, get back here. Get back here. Whoa, losing control. I'm jumping it. Oh, we're going right into town. This is not good. I do not like exposing myself this much. There's a vehicle right there. And right there. Damn. Okay, we're back into the good zone. Good thing there isn't a drive-by feature, because I would have been dead there. Let's get this thing loaded. That's one of those moments you're just really glad that the the ambush worked. Wasn't so sure. I felt like I had a good position for it, especially if he didn't know I was there. Yeah. Holograph might be better. It's the same thing. Whew. I'm still just a little bit shaky after that. Just goes to show I don't play first-person shooters and King of the Hill style games much. Oh, well, I'm just sitting here. Use some first aid stuff. You know, here I was trying to be super, I don't know, realistic, stealthy, had the camouflage pants. Oh, there's the airdrop right there. Oh, I wish I had a better scope. Could pick them off as people run for it. Going to end up right about there. Closest I've ever been to an actual airdrop. It's really tempting to go run for it. But I like actually being alive. How is there not someone like standing under it? Because it seems like that's how it usually goes. And now we're on the edge of the map once again. But that circle's gotten really small. There's only 11 people left. And we have 2 minutes to get to that little circle. Sorry about the noise there. Just getting my... Alright, there we go. Getting set up here. There's 10 left. Get ourselves healed up. What's going on here? Why won't it use it? Oh, 75% of health, that's why. We may have to abandon this little position here. Yeah, it looks like someone picked up the airdrop, so they are over there. Oh, man, where was he? Oh, alright, well, top 10 out of 100. 1 kill. Oh, man, I took a little bit too much time there trying to get in the car, but I think no matter what I would have done, he would have had me. And that was feeling like a good one, too. Alright, well, I'm glad you guys got to watch that one. It's the first one for me. Well, first time in the top 10. The best I've had in single player was 14 before that. Granted, everyone has their own methods. Mine is a little more methodic, slower, try to survive more than just try to get the most kills. It may not be the most exciting to watch, so I apologize if you didn't enjoy it as much. But I'm glad you guys were here. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you want to continue to see this. Maybe we'll get some recorded episodes of some duo matches, either with people that I know or maybe some people online if you guys are interested in that. But, yep, there we go. We're running about 50% on my kill-death ratio. Yeah, that would be about right, because 9 and 5, so just above it. So that's good. I'm alright with that. Well, guys, thanks for watching. That's going to go ahead and do it for now until we really get active or have some shorter matches. So I will see you guys on the next episode, and thank you guys once again for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.